we are wrestling with WWE Money in the Bank. It took place in. Where did it take place, Kaliko?
Mm, they say Inglewood, but Los Angeles, California, pendejo. Que odio. Ooh, look at me, Duolingo in this bitch. Real talk, I took 4 years of Spanish. I should know this shit. Anyways.
Took place last Saturday at the Intuit Dome. Um, Attendance was 17,069. And, it's interesting because it feels like WWE they take advantage of fans' goodwill leading up to an event, but when it actually comes to the event, they do actually most of the time deliver. Obviously we were both there, so we have some, added, you know, investment into this. Um, but yeah, I it wasn't the most what's the word? Um, it wasn't the most predictable Money in the Bank. But that wasn't necessarily a bad thing. Um, I they definitely took a different route than they would maybe normally do, but it didn't necessarily take away from my enjoyment that much, I would say. What say you, Kaliko?
Um, the highlight for this Money in the Bank is the storytelling that was told. Honestly, I think from a storyline standpoint, as far as telling stories match to match, this was on the upper echelon for a PLE. Uh, and it just shows like how they take serious Money in the Bank as being kind of like the fifth major show.
Right.
Um, so from that, I mean, from that standpoint, it was top notch. Yeah, I think it was a great show. Another thing, I will say this. I will say this. These motherfuckers and these internet people kill me. When you're in major cities like Los Angeles, Miami, Atlanta, especially cities where like a lot of shit is happening at the same time, people are gonna show up late. That is common in this goddamn city, especially in a place like Inglewood, in which they have the parking is not the greatest.
There's literally
You got
four different arenas next to it.
four different arenas, but people are walking. Because here's the thing. The biggest thing for like, oh well, people weren't there. People weren't there. Motherfucker, we were walking a whole other fucking. We literally walked the other side of SoFi. So think of that. Like think. So for
Because
people to
Rey
get it in
Mysterio's
context,
speech was so fucking long.
Rey Mysterio's speech was so fucking long, and then you got to haul ass all through SoFi's parking lot just to get to the goddamn show, and that's not even included if you want to stop by the liquor store. I'm telling you right now, I went to the liquor store the pregame line was out the ass. I was like, we are not gonna make this show. We just have to like fuck it, we booking it right. Booked it. Just then we ended up at 7-Eleven or whatever. We booked it. And we had to sit there and wait. And we just booked it. And having the pregame, we got there and I'm telling you, we hauled ass and we got there right when Alexa's music hit.
Damn. So pretty.
Like we were going to our seats right when Alexa's music hit.
I can't remember if was Alexa the first one out or the second, because it was
The
a lot.
first one.
Okay, yeah, and then it was Roxanne.
Yep.
Yep.
So I'm just telling you, and that's just me. So how think of people who, me with a kid and nonetheless, but people are gonna be late. And that what killed me was like people were like, oh my God, this place looks empty. And then I'm like, well, it's LA, people are gonna show in late. And then oh my God, I don't know if you noticed that merch line was stupid.
Yeah.
That that merch line was dumb. So I'm just telling people like and then not to mention we've been talking shit about a whole riot going on the goddamn corner. So I mean, yeah, there's a lot of shit going down. But uh to me, going back to the show as a storytelling, this was like I said, top notch. Top notch storytelling. Was there a uberly great like standout match? Here and there, but I mean, good spots here and there, but the storytelling was there, and that's what you really wanted.
So I find that I do wonder how would I have felt about this show if I wasn't actually there? If I was watching this on Peacock. Um, so I did kind of try and take that into account as well. But no,
No,
you're
I can't. I can't because commentary. We don't get the commentary aspect.
true. Um, but yeah, when it comes to March, we'll talk about we'll talk about that when we get there.
Oh yeah, we will.
Because I got a story about
Mother.
that. Um, so first matchup, Money in the Bank ladder match for the women's championship contract. Naomi defeated Alexa Bliss, Julia, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, and Stephanie McCoy in 25 minutes and 15 seconds. It should have been Stephanie. Um, that being
What
yes,
the
100.
fuck? No,
Yes. I thought
no.
it was an okay Money in the Bank match. There was nothing that necessarily stood out that much. And I don't know if you felt this way, but there were like small segments where literally nothing was happening during the match. No, it was just like dead air, and it was like one of the more bizarre things to happen. Um, it's funny when one of the highlights of a match is a botch when they put Rhea in the ladder and then they tried to drop the ladder on Rhea but it hit the top rope instead. That was hilarious.
Right.
Um, but yeah, the second most memorable moment, and the standout moment was the Devil's Kiss on the ladder. Um,
Of course it would be.
of course. That being said, like I said, kinda average, maybe a little bit below average for a ladder match of this magnitude, in my opinion. What say you?
Um, I'm just gonna read my. I'm just let me give me 1 second because I'm going through my text messages with you, and I just remember seeing um um Yastradamus strikes again. That's what the fuck I just said. Yeah,
Yes,
that's right. That's right. Didn't I tell you how Naomi's gonna win this bitch? There is
you
a
did.
there's a theme with all this shit. There's a theme with all this. And this theme was finally parentheses again. Because as long as Naomi has been there, and as long as many black female wrestlers have been there, they have never won Money in the Bank. She is the first African American woman wrestler to win Money in the Bank in the WWE.
Is that true?
That is true. Think of every Money in the Bank winner: Asuka, Bailey, Alexa,
Carmella,
Carmella,
Tiffy,
Tiffy.
Nikki Cross.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it was due. That's what I got. See, I noticed this shit. I was like, oh man, and honestly, she's been the only black chick in most of them.
That. Wait a minute. Bianca hasn't been in the Money in the Bank, has she?
Not to my knowledge,
I mean, that low key makes sense because she was maybe champion. She was champion for maybe like two
because she
years
was
straight.
champion for the most part.
Yeah.
Exactly. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that makes sense.
So I mean, it made it finally. I'm telling you. So to me, finally, she got it. And I told you that it makes sense for her in the sense of the storyline. It's funny because after the match, we all went to the restroom and everybody was sitting there talking, and I'm like, well, this is gonna make Bianca try to talk to fucking Naomi now, and everybody's like, oh yeah, da 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 da. And it's funny, it's like everybody's like, we all in the bathrooms in the period talking about how this storyline could get further. I was like, yeah, it's usually some wrestling shit. But anyways, the right woman won. You may not think it. Honestly, it wouldn't have made sense for Stephanie to win because of the simple fact that that was her third match in less than 24 hours. If fatigue was ever a problem, wouldn't you think it would be there?
She's won two matches in within hours. Title matches as well.
One was a tag. One was a tag. The other one, I'll give it to you. But you really thought that that was going to hot rocket her ass to Money in the Bank?
No, thought
Because,
I thought there was a better chance of Rhea winning it. Because
oh,
she
Rhea
did,
doesn't need it.
she
Rhea
doesn't
does
need
not
it,
need it.
but it's just another check mark on her, resume that, she won Money in the Bank. You know what I mean? And she already, she proclaimed herself Mommy in the Bank. And I feel like you
And
don't.
you really thought that shit, you really thought that shit was good. Boy, I'm looking at you like, last 2 weeks ago, I was about to go, Negro, please. But I was like, Naomi all the way. That screamed Naomi all the way. I knew it was like, I knew my girl was going to win. Congrats, Naomi. I had faith in you. When no one else had faith in you, I had faith in you. And now she's Miss Money in the Bank, baby. Hey, 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 hey. But yeah, I mean, that's the only person that would have won. Because here's my thing. Now, because look at the Queen of the Ring. Some of them people are going to cross heads anyway.
Right.
So that's why it made sense for her to win it, because it takes her out of it and it makes all the other people who are in it, now they're gonna see it. So I mean, and I'm looking at this thing now. Let's say, where did it go? Perez won the first one.
Yeah.
Vakor won the second one, right?
No, she hasn't. She didn't qualify yet.
Oh no, it's next week.
Yeah.
Next week. So, and then who did Cargill win?
Um, I want to say yes. I can't remember.
Because I can totally see Cargill winning. Because the way to get her to the title is by winning Queen of the Ring.
That would make sense. Yeah.
And Cargill winning Queen of the Ring while beating the other bracket, she gets Tiffy, beats Tiffy, Naomi cashes in. It writes itself. I'm just Just throwing that out there.
It kind of does.
It writes itself.
How many stars do you give this one?
Was it the best? But my girl won 4.
I give
And
it.
I'm giving it the I was there bumping, I was there bump, the crowd bump, and I got it right bump. Motherfucker. That shit getting a mad bump in this bitch.
I give it 3.5. It was a 3-star match, but it gets a quarter star bump of I was there and a quarter bump of I did not expect that person to win.
Oh man, I don't know, bro. I've been yelling at you for 2 weeks that motherfucker's gonna win. I don't know how the hell you.
I didn't
Just,
think she was
y'all,
gonna
y'all,
win.
y'all motherfuckers just don't listen to me. Y'all motherfuckers just don't listen to me. That's what it is. I get what this is.
I did not think that she was gonna win, but
I mean,
I mean, yes, you've
I,
been telling me, but I could choose not to believe you.
oh ye of little faith.
um, okay, Uncle Dave, 2 7/5,
Higher,
3 1/4,
higher,
3.5.
3.5. Look at that. See, you getting there. You getting there.
Alright,
We all in range, but I gave it that 4.
WWE Intercontinental Championship match. Dominic Mysterio defeated Octagon Jr. in 4 minutes and 55 seconds. Um, so like
Impromptu match that we told you that was gonna get at. I told you, I was like, they gonna add one of these motherfucking matches. This
yeah,
bitch.
people needed room to breathe, and this was it. Like you said, the March line was like insane, and I didn't. I got into the arena maybe 10 minutes before the show started, so I wasn't about to wait on that line when I only had literally a couple minutes to actually get merchandise.
Just to sit down. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
So when I saw that they started doing the video package for Dom and Octagon, I was like, okay, so this match is gonna take place. I get. I, Keep in mind, I'm in nosebleeds. In the nosebleeds, there is no merch stand up there. You have to literally go downstairs,
Down,
and
yes.
there's only maybe 2 um elevators up there, and like you have to travel a good amount of distance to get to
Oh
either if
yeah,
you're
the
in the
back
middle.
elevators. You took the back elevators too? Because mine was on the floor. So I got the floor. So we took the elevator to the floor. And and the one thing, that's why I say, boy, get floor seats. Everything's there.
Yep.
Bar, merch, everything's there.
So my ass ran from the nosebleeds to the elevator to the merch stand. I still had to wait in line, but luckily somebody actually had the match like on their phone. They were watching the match in the line, so I got to see like a little bit of a little bit of the match. I mean, not enough to say, hey, I could definitely review this. Um, but yeah, I took the time to get a Money in the Bank T-shirt over watching this match. So that is and luckily I was able to get to my seat before Becky and Lara started. So all in all, it was a W for me. I give my performance 3.5.
Oh my God, full disclosure. I also was running. Well, I wasn't running, but I was gingerly walking, right? Because I was running to the because my son had to use the bathroom. So we went to the bathroom. This is why you need to get floor seats. Everything's right there. We rolled in. They were like, "Oh yeah, floor seats that bathrooms that way. Oh, go to the other side. It's over here." So we all run into the bathroom. I came out, got my drinks, walked right on in. Oh yeah, it's about to be the end of the match. Okay, cool. I see where this is going. Dominic wins. Given. I give myself a five. MVP. I got two double cranberry vodkas. The lady was nice. The fucking manager, whoever took the aux cord, because they have the little VIP area. Well, it's a VIP area if you're a season holder, but for that event, it was just a concession. Whoever was running that bitch was had the aux cord on 10, had me all hyped while I was getting my drink and going to see Dominic. Man, I tell you, that's a 5 yard performance. I'm gonna show you the way one day, James. I will show you the way.
Alright, that brings us to the next match. Last chance match for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. Becky Lynch defeated Lara Valkyria in 15 minutes and 20 seconds. Lyra lost, so she had to raise Becky's hand. It's not a surprise that these two girls brought it once again. It was a fantastic match. Um, I want to say that the other match was a little bit better at Backlash, but it was still memorable and different in its own way. Um, the ending of the match was just as memorable, was more memorable, I'd say, with Becky making Lara lift her hand. Um, they totally went the best route that they possibly could with it and have, Lara fulfilling her babyface duties of, being a woman of her word, but also getting her heat back on Becky and continuing the rivalry. Low key, I kind of felt like they should have brought Bailey heel rather than it kind of was like throwaway on Raw. It kind of happened and then nothing. It, that kind of disappointed me. Hindsight being 2020, that Bailey literally comes the next night. I mean, you could have had Bailey's music hit and Bailey, start that rivalry. But I digress. It's still, it was still a good match and a good moment. And obviously Becky is, gets a title that she's never held before. So, all around, works. What say you, Kaliko?
Well, the prediction that I had for Backslash finally came true here. Like, I'm just wondering, like, what took them so goddamn long? Um, uh, Honestly, it was a good match. It was a great callback to the way it ended. The first match ended with a package, and the heel lost. The second one ended with the package pulling tight, and the heel won. So now it pushes for this trilogy that's going to have to happen eventually. Me with Bailey coming back, personally, I don't have a problem when she came back, because if you saw the look on Lyra's face, that told me a lot more than anything, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because it almost kind of like, what are you doing here and why didn't you tell me type shit.
Right.
And it almost was like, oh well, let me get Becky in the ring so Bailey could get the comeback. Now this is where it's going to set up a three-way, in the sense that Becky is the common thread between the two, because Bailey really doesn't care about the title. She just wants to get the revenge on Becky for the Mania miss, and Lyra wants to get revenge on Becky for the title. So Becky, it keeps them three busy, if that makes sense. It keeps them busy away from the main title picture. All the while, Lyra and Becky could be feuding because they're trying to figure out who's going to get to her first. So I have no problem with this um, at all. And plus, Bailey, man, damn, good. God damn.
I just feel like they made a major moment like Bailey returning mean a little bit less by doing it on Raw when they could have done it, at the pay preview, the PLE.
I mean, true, but I think she would have got overshadowed by our truth.
I mean, I feel like,
Our truth, our truth coming back overshadowed a lot of shit. It
but
overcame Jake Paul's springboard plancha.
I feel like she got overshadowed by Gunther winning the title the next night, or R-Truth cutting his hair. Like there was a lot of shit happened to Raw afterwards. So she just
And that,
she got lost in the shuffle again, whether
well,
it was Raw or Money in the Bank. But I would have thought, at least do it on the bigger stage. You know what I mean?
but see, the thing is this: if Bailey was coming back, what was going to happen? Because the thing is, Becky won, so they had to play out the whole raise the hand thing.
Right.
Now, if that wasn't there, Bailey would have had an angle to come back to.
I mean, uh, you could have had everything that happened with Lara and Becky, and then when Becky was still kind of fluttering in the ring, aimlessly, have Bailey's music hit and walks towards the ring, beat the crap out of Becky, and then leave. Especially if like Lara was still going up the ramp, in the aisleway, and then her music hit, and then you still get that reaction of from Lara like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And then when Bailey does walk past her, she doesn't actually acknowledge her because while I don't know if they're gonna go this route, but I would like if they went this route. Bailey could have a beef with Lara as well because I got injured and I got hurt, and then you just replace me in a matter of hours, and you're okay with it's Becky's now my tag team partner, and we were on tag team champions, and we're all hunky dory together, and you completely forget about me. You you get what I mean by that? She could have a beef with Lyra for her involvement indirectly in what happened as well.
I get that, but I just the only way that would have happened is if they cut Dominic's match
And it was already
shorter than
5 minutes.
what it already was.
Yeah.
So that's my point. So like all that had to happen in order for them to set up for men's Money in the Bank, and that's where the timing issue is. And I think Bailey still would have got overshadowed by Truth. I,
She was getting
bro,
overshadowed by
I,
something.
I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. So honestly, it's just gonna set up the timing. Either way, it would have. I mean, but it would have been. It's good that it happened in Phoenix because Phoenix was like the the misfit of everything happening and everything shifting to a new story angle, if that makes sense.
Yeah. How many stars you give
So
this one?
I
Oh,
I looked at I looked at this was like Money in the Bank told stories. Some of them kind of got nixed, and some of them are continuing. And Monday was just like a hodgepodge of, oh, this is what's going to happen in about 3 to 4 weeks, and or not even that, about 2 weeks in Saudi Arabia.
right. Because we have all this shit happening in Saudi, and then in a like 2 weeks after that we have another Saturday night's main event, the Great American Bash, all in. and an Evolution. So yeah, first week. Well, not first week, but July is like a poppin' month.
Yeah, it's fucking on. So yeah. This match, was it their best match? No, but it was still solid. I mean, I think both of them threw everything. Honestly, this is like the first match where I've seen the first two matches. They like are all throwing the kitchen sink at each other, literally and figuratively. So, me personally, I think it's a four, just because the way. I mean, they have great chemistry and they just lay each other out. I mean, that 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 leg drop that Lyra hit was literally in front of me, and I'm like, oh shit, that that's she's going all out to try to prove a point.
I agree. I give it 4 stars as well. They they have a dynamic chemistry that's undeniable for sure.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. It just it works with them.
All right, Uncle Dave. I'm gonna say we're vibing with Uncle Dave. Four,
Lower
3.5.
3.5. Some bitch.
Yeah, I agree with that. Son of a bitch.
He must not have been there
He's from California. It, why would he go? He doesn't like WWE. That's why. But
because of
he.
the riots. I don't know. The block was hot. Literally, the block was hot.
Men's Money in the Bank ladder match for the men's championship contract. Seth freaking Rollins defeated Andrade El Idaho, um, Grande Americano, La Knight, Penta, and Solo Coca Cola. My big question to you, Kaliko, is why the fuck was Andrade in this match? Because I I kept watching the match and I tried to enjoy the match, and it just kept coming back to why the fuck is Andrade in this match? if, if you had ever a moment that one of these things is not like the other, it was that Andrade was in this match.
Oh God, how dare you? He's a former NXT champion.
Yeah, and what has he done since then? Other
Not
than
his fault, man.
I thought that he
The
would have.
man hold
I
the
thought
man holding him down.
I thought he would have got his walking papers when he signed his divorce, but I digress.
No, that ain't happening. How dare you?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, the only thing that I feel like they got that's saving him right now is that they just got AAA and they could use him down there, but it's not like they don't have more charismatic Mexican superstars that could fill that void because they definitely do. Um,
Ay, ay, ay.
the match itself was okay. Um, the memorable parts were the people that weren't actually in the match coming into the match. Um, Braun Breaker and um, Jeff Cobb. The Jacob Fatu doing a Samoan slam on Bronson Reed. Like my God. Um, Solo, I hate
Yeah,
you was probably the phrase of the night. Um, and a lot of unfortunately, like I said, not a lot of the people in the match were okay. I mean, Penta was like fire. Like the people wanted Penta. Like he got like a godly response from the crowd. Um, And the exact opposite came for El Grande Americano. Um, the
Well, yeah, you bring him in LA during riots. Yeah, that's not gonna.
Yeah, from the Gulf of America.
The Gulf of America
Yeah,
in Los Angeles while people are getting yanked at Home Depot. Yeah, you ain't getting that.
yeah.
I love a pop.
Other places in the world, in America, you might get away with
Wichita,
that.
Kansas, you can get away with
Yeah,
that.
that's fine. Where
Davenport, Iowa, Mexican, Kentucky,
ground
Montgomery, Alabama.
ground zero, where this shit is actually happening, yeah, maybe not the best idea.
I mean, but anywhere where the Mexican border meets that state is not going to go over well. How about that?
Yeah. Um. But like I said, it was a clusterfuck of what the fuck. I don't really feel like Seth needed another Money in the Bank, contract. Um, I can understand where they're kind of going with it, but I feel like it could have been used better with somebody else. Just my opinion.
I mean, someone thought El Grande Americano was going to win it. Boy, you 0 for 2 with these Money in the Banks. You might want to chill out with these Money in the Banks, my brother. I'm just trying to help you out real quick. You know what I'm
I will agree. I was very off with these matches.
saying? I'm like, these are. Wait a minute, but you said they were predictable. I'm like, yeah, I can predict. Look, Stevie Wonder, I saw this shit coming. But hey, I try to guide you, sir. I try to guide you. It's okay though. We'll get you better. But yeah, finally again, Seth Rollins wins. And why do I keep telling y'all when people are shifting characters or trying to be a ground shifting player in the industry, the only way you take them serious is when they get the power within the turn. If it doesn't happen, it will never happen. You need the initial payoff for the gamble that happened. Seth's initial payoff, Money in the Bank briefcase. That's the payoff. So now he gets to, even though because now with him with the briefcase, you take him serious that he's going to fulfill whatever the hell he's going to do. Whether people thwart it, that still remains to be seen. But the point of his whole character is to change the shift of the industry to a motherfucker who is here every day. I get it. I mean, I told you when he cut that Mania promo, I was like, damn, I kind of feel where you're coming from, bro. But but so I feel his rage. So I mean, and it's coming to fruition. But the only way that these things happen and people take it seriously is when there's an initial payoff for it to happen. And now that the initial payoff is here, hence my theme. Finally, again, he has the power, and this time it is not. This Seth Rollins is a totally different Seth Rollins than what he was 10 years ago. And I do not see him being, or what was it, 20, yeah, about 12,
2015.
11 years ago?
2015 is when he joined the Authority and it did the heist of the Century.
2014. 2014, he did the Authority.
But the
2015, he won. 2014, he won Money in the Bank. 2015, he cashed in.
Yeah,
So
the heist of
roughly
Century.
about 11 years ago. So he's not the same guy he was 11 years ago. He's a lot wiser. He's a lot smarter. He's a lot, cunning. He, it, it won't feel. People are dreaded that he won it, but the manner in which he was when he first won it totally differs in the manner he wins it second. And he joins only CM Punk to be two-time Money in the Bank winners, and those two people, when they cashed in, it was two totally different personas, two totally different people that cashed in when they cashed in. So I expect that to be the same case for Seth.
It's because Edge catched in Money in the Bank twice as well.
But Edge didn't win Money in the Bank twice. That's the difference.
And I mean, technically, if we're getting, super technical about it as well, The Miz won twice as well.
Winning it in the match, sir, not that doesn't count. Like him win, Miz won it in a court battle, bro. Come on, bro. Don't do him like that. Don't do them like that.
Hey, you could say court. I'm not dismissing court battles.
He won that shit on the people's court, and you you out here acting like he won a goddamn match. Now, at least with Edge, he won a goddamn match. I'll give you that one. But he didn't win Money in the Bank twice. He won a match to win the briefcase, not Money in the Bank. Same with Miz. Miz didn't win a match, a secondary Money in the Bank match. Otherwise, they would have put the Miz and Edge in it, but they put him and CM Punk, only two, to win the actual match. Climb up the ladder and get the goddamn briefcase. That's it. Him and Punk. Which is weird because they hate each other, but they got this
Yeah.
Venn diagram of so much shit accomplished. The only thing Punk didn't do was fucking win Royal Rumble. That's about it.
Yeah. I was trying to think, but yeah, Seth won Royal Rumble. Um, yeah, I I get it, but like I said, it would have been maybe better if somebody new rather than somebody that's been around for 10 plus years at this point. But I get where you're coming from as well. Uh, that being said, how many stars do you give the match?
Are we including the interferences? Because that kind of like bumps it up.
Yes. But I mean,
I mean, all that is part of the match. But
interference
I mean,
is included. It was in the match.
yeah, but let me give a shout out. Because goddamn Solo Sokoa, boy, that motherfucker was on one. And I love his character, bro. Seeing that shit front row when he looked at Seth and he was like, and then he turned around and tried to do all the shit. I just had me crying. Then he did the little the pencil walk. This motherfucker's hilarious, yo. I don't know where that shit where was that shit at like a year ago.
He's
People went
gotten
from
a
him had
lot
he
more
went
entertaining in the last couple of
he went
weeks than he was his entire career.
he went from people saying he got no charisma to being the most fucking funny guy on that roster.
I think that
Matter of weeks.
he finally let his personality show is what happened because I think he might have been on the cusp of getting released if he didn't show his personality. When you're getting eclipsed by, your bodyguard when it comes to personality, then you have a problem. So now, he's trying to, at least he has the wherewithal to fix the problem. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think low key he's the funniest motherfucker. That shit had me crying. That pencil wall, the whole. Oh, so we got a little bloodline here. We got a little bloodline here. I'm telling you, man, that dude is on one. But yeah, the whole match. Yeah, I mean, let me see. I'm gonna go again because I called the match the bump because I was there. Basically, take Naomi's bumps, apply it to this because I was right. God damn it.
I
Again.
I give this a 4 as well. I think everything that happened in the match only added to it that made it more memorable. Like you said, Solo, being, comedic. Um, uh, Jacob being a beast. Um, usually interference, hinders a match like this. It only made it better, in my opinion. So yeah, 4. Alright, and that brings us to the last match, the main event. Oh no, Uncle Dave. Gonna say Uncle Dave gave it a 3.5,
Higher.
3 and 7/5.
Higher.
4,
4.5.
4.5. Oh, interesting.
Told you, man. Solo carried that match.
Alright, that brings us to the main event, the last match. Um, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso defeated John Cena and Logan Paul in 23 minutes and 45 seconds. Um, Decent tag team match. A couple of memorable moments. I think the most memorable one being Logan Paul and his drone. And that hellacious splash he did at the very end. Um, Usually John Cena knows how to suck the air out of the arena when he wrestles. It wasn't that bad this time around, and I feel like a 23-minute match. It didn't feel like a 23-minute match in a good sense. Um, right person won. Really an unexpected moment with R-Truth coming back. Definitely, got a huge pop from the crowd. I don't know. I think that this match, it worked well with what it needed to do. And it did everything that it needed to do really well. Was it the most memorable match in the world? No. But like I said, it did what it needed to do with the spots that it was given. What say you?
I mean, I agree. I mean, well, I'll put it this way. My kid saw this match. He was all in because he got to see John Cena again with his boy Logan Paul again
So you sound like Logan
against
Paul
Jay.
as well.
You say what?
So you sound like Logan Paul as well.
I mean, he loved. Oh my God! At this point, he's got the bug. You know when you get that bug when you first, it's like everything is good for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like holy shit, that's where he's at. But I mean, he was cheering John Cena on. He was cheering Logan Paul on. He called Jey Uso being in the match, which was, I mean, bananas. Uh, was it the greatest match? Because I felt like there were some spots where you could tell Cena not being there kind of messed with the flow, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of was hidden in the fact that Paul and Cena, Paul and Cena started to kind of the egos started to clash, so it kind of mirrored it in a sense, right? Like right when he was starting to be off, that's when that happened, so it kind of mirrored it a little bit. Um, all in all, it was a decent match. That springboard plancha though, gosh, watching that like it's crazy because I've seen him do that move twice in person. I mean, hold on, let me think. I've seen Logan Paul at his first match at Mania, 39, 40, SummerSlam. Money in the Bank, man, WrestleMania Money in the Bank. Man, that dude is good. Fuck what you're saying. He is not good for a celebrity. That motherfucker is it. Um, he is the real fucking deal. Um, him hitting that was and then what got everybody, I recorded when Truth came in and hit the dude because we thought it was a rando. It was like, damn, is a rando not trying to get deployed and or deported? And then it was like, oh shit, it's our Truth, and everybody's like, oh shit, that roof blew off the hook when Truth pulled the mask off, and yeah, everything happened perfectly in the storyline sense. Everything happened for Truth perfectly in this alignment. So, and everything happened perfectly for John Cena for it to happen to him. Because now you got Cena, Cody possibly getting there. But my thing is that once again, Cody's in the King of the Ring, which would make sense if he's trying to get the rematch for the title he never lost. So that means I don't expect him to win that match.
Right.
I expect Priest or Nakamura to win that match because it wouldn't make sense for Cody to win King of the Ring when he has a rematch in his back pocket and he just pinned the champion. To me, but all in all, great match. And I want to apologize to the Rock's mom, my son, when that shit was popping off. All the kids were going to the front, and he ran dead smack past her ass and cut her off. And I was like, oh shit, I can't even go over there because I see security, and if I go over there and try to tap her to apologize, they might whoop my ass. So I kind of had to play it back.
And Cody Rhodes did win his his King of the Ring qualifying match.
Oh Lord, so that makes no sense to me.
So so basically, you were definitely Yaxadamas for Money in the Bank, but this King of the Ring bracket is definitely kicking your ass.
Not really, because I mean, yeah, I mean on one part, but to me, it's gonna be Sammy and Jay. I don't see Cody winning it.
I mean, it depends on who he has to wrestle in his match. I would say. Um,
It would be Jay.
that's right. But how do you think that Jay is going to beat Cody?
They got to pull some wild ass shit for that to happen.
The two matches is Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes versus blank as of right now, which could either be um
Rusev,
Rusev, Sheamus. Who is that? Rusev, Sheamus, Bronson Reed,
Bronson.
or Jay Uso.
Mm, I don't see. I don't see it. Just me.
What are you not seeing?
But they might prove me wrong. Shit.
Cody winning?
I don't see Cody winning.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't need to win it. He beat John Cena. That's his. I'm going to challenge you for the title.
But then I don't see Uso winning it because they just announced. See, this is the other part with announcing. They announced Gunther versus Jay July 11th in a street fight for the title in Nashville on SmackDown. So to me, that screams he ain't winning it either.
I honestly, I don't know. I'm confused.
That's now you see my point. But yeah, it doesn't don't make sense. I mean, unless I don't I don't see it happening. I just
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I just don't
until we get there, how many stars you give this one?
uh that match I got that match right. Four. Go ahead, give me this four. Boy, they giving me fours tonight. Cause Yastradamus was perfect all that night. Shit, if wrestling was gambling, I would have hit that parlay.
I give it a 4 as well. Um, Definitely a lot better than it could have been. Because it could have been a lot worse.
For
But
what it was better.
yeah. So yeah. Considering that it was a 4, it's a 4. Alright, show as a whole. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle.
I mean, considering we ran through a riot to get to this show, I would think it would be nothing less than a thumbs up, sir. I'm just throwing that out there. Just
Yeah, literally as we
we
were
we
leaving
we
the arena, they were marching towards the arena for their protesting and rioting and other.
I mean,
I know
say what you will.
we're not a
We're
political.
survivors.
We survived the LA riots of 2025.
We're survivors.
You're not
Mm.
wrong. Um, I mean, it did get dark there for a couple of minutes. Um,
That is true.
but yeah, no, it's funny that we're not a political podcast, but it's hard not to talk politics when it was literally right next door to what we were doing.
Well, I mean, it's not really us talking politics. We're just telling people what the fuck happened. Like that literally was a thing.
Yeah,
10 years from now, remember and my kid had no idea what the fuck was going on. So I'd be like, remember we went to that show and a riot was popping off? And like, like that is the most LA thing that could happen. Like, shit.
yeah, we're known for all
It's
riots.
like, oh, what's going on? Oh, yeah, just another riot running around this bitch.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just another protest popping off this bitch. Oh, shit. Oh, they coming to the stadium. Oh, well, we might want to get in, get this merch.
I need to get my chair on the way out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Man, look.
Just out of
Can't, I
curiosity.
mean,
Yeah, what?
no, go ahead. Go ahead. I want to hear this.
Out of curiosity, what show did you think was better, The Worlds Collide or The Money in the Bank?
Ooh. Wrestling Worlds Collide storyline stories Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank was a better storytelling pay per view. What its wrestling was not on par because honestly, I don't think that was meant to be. It was. I think the focus was meant to be on the drama because keep in mind, people at Worlds Collide was yelling, "We want truth," so it kind of tells you where they were going with it.
Mm-hmm.
So the drama was there, and they just, fulfilled the prophecy of the drama.
I'm gonna say that I enjoyed. I'm gonna say I enjoyed Worlds Collide a little bit better. Like I said, I was half asleep getting there, just expecting the golf clap through the matches, and they made me cheer. And I feel like
Half asleep,
that deserves the
bro.
respect, and that deserves, a round of applause.
Oh, man, we ran into each other. We literally were seats behind each other. You saw me, bro. I was on E, sir. I was on E. Full context, because LA's always LA. There's always shit going down. So Remix Rumble, my dumb ass decided to go to Remix Rumble, which is basically a wrestling nightclub. For those who don't know, It's basically a nightclub where instead of playing like all that crazy dubstep shit, you're basically hearing Kill Switch Engage, This Fire Burns, and every goddamn wrestling theme song you could think of. But but yeah, getting back at 4, then having to get up at 6. Oh my god, I was dragging, and Worlds Collide pulled it out of me, boy.
Oh yeah, it it get
Money in the Bank just put the money on top, literally.
definitely. Alright, that will conclude our coverage of Money in the. Oh, did we do Uncle Dave's review of the last match?
No, but you know what's funny though? I do have a shirt because, of course, well, you went to the shop. You remember the Dinero en el Banco?
Yes.
Yes, I got that bitch. That is my new favorite shirt. See, look at that. Riots going on and a black man wearing a shirt with a cholo with money in the bank on it. LA writes itself sometimes.
And the people writing were like, this man did not understand the assignment today.
Yeah. Bro, it ain't my fault. I'm just there for the show, sir.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that Uncle Dave gave it a 3 and a quarter,
Higher.
3.5.
3.5.
Okay. All right, and with that very anticlimactic end, we will.
I mean, nothing says anti. I mean, honestly, we basically were telling our war stories out here, surviving riots.
Yeah.
But
Um, that will conclude our coverage of Money in the Bank in this episode as a whole. Thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, both on YouTube and Castbox. This was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us next this Tuesday as we interview um Bogdan Klevmov, and this Wednesday as we interview Lane Rosario. And join us every Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews. Follow us at Wrestling with E, both on Extra and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993. Where can we find Kaliko?
I mean, I might change my name to Yastradamus because I was on it that weekend, baby. That's what I'm gonna have a burner account named Yastradamus
Okay.
since I'm so on mother effing point. Like Stacey Adams.
For Yosadamus himself, Spirit of Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
Staying on point like Stacey Adams. I mean, have you ever heard that song, the Snoop Dogg song?
I don't think I
No.
have.
What the? You in LA never heard that song?
Probably
How
not.
how dare you? I mean, we got to get you to understand that Chile is not in Africa. We'll start there, and then we'll work our way on.
It's on the continent, I meant. Oh,
Boy, Chile is nowhere near goddamn. You're burying yourself, my guy. You're burying. Oh gosh, Chile is like damn near Argentina and fucking Brazil. Like, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh my God. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominican. See, we gonna start. We gonna, yeah.
Hey, folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show. Support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.